Treyarch just revealed the new zombies map, The Tomb, which could be a remake of Origins, or at least have aspects of it. First of all, happy 115 day to those of you that celebrate, and Treyarch decided to celebrate by dropping an entire blog about the new zombies map coming into BO6. So as you can see right here, we have a little teaser, one screenshot of the new map, and we've kind of seen this leaked before with people being able to see it on Avalon in theater mode, but that was incredibly blurry and very low poly because it was way out of the map. But this right here, a nice high res picture, we can kind of see a few little things here. Obviously there is an armor wall by, we have the armory, but we also have a little bull statue way in the back. We have a sunken kind of statue here in the ground that's being dug up, and this red spot over here kind of looks like the Dark Aether prolapse from like Liberty Falls when you go into the church. So that might be another area into the Dark Aether through there. But besides those few things, we only get to really see a little bit of what might be the spawn room or close to the spawn room of the new map. But in some exciting news, they revealed that this is dropping at the start of season 2. I think a lot of us were expecting this to maybe come at season 2 reloaded or even season 3, but it looks like we're getting zombies maps a lot quicker, and they might be way ahead of schedule in terms of zombies content in this game. So we're actually going to be able to get our hands on it and play this map by the end of the month on January 28th. But it gives a basic little lore dump here saying that after the horrific events of Citadel Daymore, our group goes on to the next burial site that was given to us by Kraft, or in his final words, and they're going there looking for the Sentinel artifact. But what it has a lot of people thinking that this might be an Origins remake or have a lot of nods to Origins is that it keeps saying dig site. This is going to be the origins of something. Like they literally dropped the name Origins in there. Like here specifically, it says the ancient burial grounds with suspected origins dating back to 2500 BCE. Obviously that's a bit of a reach, but the more and more we dig into this blog, the more they hint at Origins. And they also say what lies beneath might run deeper than anyone ever imagined. I'm assuming there's going to be like a portal to the Dark Aether down there, or it's going to awaken some ancient beast or something like that, which is going to be sick. And they also give us another teaser here, which is a black and white photo supposed to be from Sir Archibald Fortherin. We got SARRS here. That is too long of a name. But apparently this person took this photo here and signed it to Marjorie, which I'm assuming is a family member of theirs, saying you would simply not believe this place. Dash pyramids can go take a jump in a lake. What? It looks like there's a bunch of skulls over here. Maybe something here kind of could be like a soul box, but of course this is all just a black and white photo. We have no idea what any of this actually is going to be. Possibly an area here that we could buy and get through, because it looks like this rock could be dislodged with like, explosive or whatever. And maybe this door will open up with some sort of Easter egg step. But underneath it, they're saying they crafted the tomb similar to Liberty Falls, and they say it's by far their most played zombies map in years, which is crazy. Imagine telling somebody that before this game's launch. But what they mean by similar to Liberty Falls is that they made the play spaces a lot tighter, and they focused on replayability a lot on this map. But here's another little teaser for what could possibly be some stuff from Origins coming back, saying we're delivering plenty of side Easter eggs and even a reimagined wonder weapon inspired by our past. But it does just say wonder weapon, not wonder weapons. I think they were very clear on it being plural when teasing Citadel and how we're having the multiple swords there. But there is a little bit further on about how it could possibly be the staffs. And they said that's all we'll say about it for now. That's like the first little teaser towards the wonder weapon. And after I go on my whole tangent here about it being like Origins or being a possible remake of Origins, which I don't think it will be a remake, but they say themselves that, as a reminder, every zombies map in Black Ops 6 is an original location built from the ground up for the mode. So it's not going to be a specific remake. But that doesn't mean we can't enjoy a wink and a nod here and there. And they say on that note, we're going for something a little more, whatever that word is, with our Pack-a-Punch camos this time around. And what if we told you one of the most iconic SMGs in zombies history was coming along for the ride? So I'm thinking this could be like the MP40, which is a very iconic SMG in zombies history. And every time I see the MP40, I either think of the chalk outline for the wall buy, or I think of it on Origins with that nice like blue crystal looking pack camo, which would be insane. But just after this, we get another look on a picture that our boy SARS went ahead and took for us here. We see a big staircase. This looks like it's going to be underneath where we take place at, or at least from the first starting pictures. But we got something sitting in the middle here with something glowing on top of it. Also right here, what could be a box spawn. It looks like the way that it's shaped. This could be like Mr. Peak sitting on top of it. with, you know, the little pallets underneath it. And then we also see another one of these doors that we saw in the previous teaser picture. Besides that, I'm not really seeing anything else that stands out that much. And we have a glowing thing over here, which we can't really see what it is besides like a square. But after that, it says stay tuned for more details and gameplay content coming to the Tomb and Zombies overall in next week's season 2 reveal blog. And the second I get done recording, they go ahead and release yet another teaser towards the new map. They say, welcome to the first glimpse of the Neolithic temple that awaits within the tomb. Prepare for the next whatever, Zombies map, whatever. Let's just look at this. Sand blows away and they show another teaser picture here. And if we pause, it says here in this vast natural cavern, or vast, whatever. Don't hold my reading against me. A Neolithic temple constructed to honor long forgotten gods. Ancient gods mentioned. I must say this was well worth the risk. And here we can see what looks like maybe a path going over here, but that's not the part we care about. We care about this right down here, which is a giant circle here. Looks like a ritual spot, could be, with a bunch of like broken pillars. Another thing sitting there in the middle. This looks absolutely crazy. There is going to be so much to this map that we have no idea about yet. And we can see like what looks like an armor wall by here, another arsenal, a zombie peeking around right here. Don't know what this is, but it looks like it could possibly be like a portal to get there, because I don't really see any way to get down unless we approach from like right over here, because this could be like some sort of archway. Weird. And then they go ahead and drop a little teaser towards the new soundtrack for the Tomb. But that's about all the information we have officially on the Tomb, but they do tease at it a little bit more further down. But first, we're getting some quality of life features. We're adding in challenge tracking. So back in MW3, they added in camo challenge tracking, and now it looks like we're getting calling card tracking as well. So we'll be able to track our camos in game and calling cards. But if you don't have anything tracked, it looks like they're just going to put in the ones that you're closest to completing. So whenever you pause your game or open up that menu, you'll be able to see what you're close to unlocking. And Vanguard fans, look away, because it looks like they're adding in a co-op pause. So I don't know why we didn't have this at launch. Glad it's being added in now, because this was such a great feature back in Cold War. You know, you're playing zombies with your friends. Someone's going to go take a dump. You can't even pause the game in this game currently, but now you'll be able to go and pause it, let them go take a shit, come back, and then you guys are back to grinding out whatever you're doing. And now if somebody did go and leave and take a shit and you guys didn't want to pause the game, they should be able to come back with their loadout if they went AFK and got kicked, which is nice. And a huge quality of life feature here is we're going to be able to get separate HUD presets for zombies in multiplayer. Because I can't tell you how many times at the beginning of this game where I was turning my mini-map off in zombies and then going into multiplayer, completely forgetting to turn it back on. And then here they just talk about directed mode and how previously they've never cracked 4% of players that have completed the main quest on their maps before. But now that they've added in directed mode, 8.23% of players have now completed main quests on the map, which is double than they've ever seen before. They're saying that still means 90% of people who've played zombies have not completed the main quest. So they still want to try to provide different ways in different, maybe even modes, or add more to directed to help other people that have played zombies still be able to complete the main quest, which I think is nice. But here's where they do a little cheeky bit of teasing towards the new map. They post a lot of stuff here of people just celebrating 115 Day, showing off all their artwork. They do their first little teaser right here saying this person put all their perks and everything here. And then they said, hell of a perk collection. Could our next Perk-a-Cola be somewhere in this photo? Might just be fucking around, might just be goofing. But the only 2 perks, or actually 3 perks that we don't have in BO6 so far is going to be Mule Kick, Tombstone, and Death Perception. I feel like Death Perception, it doesn't make sense to have since we already have Vulture. I don't know what else they could add onto it as like augments or whatever. Maybe they combine Death Perception into Mule Kick. Mule Kick, also don't know how much you can add in terms of augments, especially just looking at how it worked in Cold War. The added stuff to Mule Kick in Cold War have been added as augments to Vulture. And then with Tombstone, Tombstone was so disappointing in Cold War. It worked pretty well in Modern Warfare 3, but that don't really transfer to like round base. And then they talk about being old, about Shadows of Evil, how that released a decade ago. They show some other cool artwork, some cosplays. Well, right here is the very interesting part. I bet this guy had no idea what he was doing when he was tweeting this out. But what he might have done is really riled us up, because they dropped this hell of a teaser towards what could be the wonder weapon on this map, saying, and here's an incredible fan-made version of the Staff of Ice, which we're definitely not highlighting for any particular reason other than the quality of craftsmanship on display. And they could be very blatant right there, but I read this as like, it comes across as if they're being sarcastic, like, oh, we're definitely not highlighting this for a particular reason. They could really just be saying we're not doing the staffs again. But from all the little hints and teasers here, it does seem like they want to add in stuff from like fan favorite maps back in the day and bring them into the new maps that they're doing and just bring those features onto the new maps. But like I mentioned earlier, when they were talking about the wonder weapons, they did say that it is just wonder weapon, like it was not plural. So maybe it's one staff where you can change out parts for it, kind of similar to like the DIE on D Machina. And maybe they don't want to get like repetitive since we just got multiple swords back on Citadel. But, you know, it could just be one staff or something similar to a staff, and you can change the elements on it. I actually really like that idea. But very cheeky for them to put this in there. But also, I do want to point out that Treyarch is very close to where those fires are currently happening in California. So I hope that everyone over there is safe, and I hope that, like, it don't mess up anything going on with the game currently. It seems like they're doing just fine as it is, and they already have this content made, and it's going to be good, and the people there are safe. So that's always a good thing, but I do just want to keep people in mind, if they didn't know, that the fires are very close to where Treyarch and Activision, like their headquarters, are at. So hopefully it's going all good over there and it'll get better soon and they can just continue to work on the game and, you know, live their life safely. And one last thing, I completely skipped over this in the beginning, but we are having 6 days, it looks like, of double XP, weapon XP, Battle Pass XP, and double Gobblegum drops. So if you need to go and pick those up, get some stuff leveled, get some stuff unlocked, now's the time. But that's about it for the new news that we have so far and the speculation that I wanted to drop in, and I'm sure that a lot of other people are dropping. It could be a Origins spiritual successor, or it could just have elements of some other stuff that we're not even thinking of, and they're just giving us a bunch of red herrings here. And we are getting a blog next week with all the stuff coming in season 2, so maybe we'll get a little more information, but hopefully not too much. I like the mystery of it. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate your love and support, and I will see you in the next one. Later.